Hey, what's going on, guys? Paulo CQ here.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are the Power Couple.
And welcome to today's show, man.
It is Monday.
It's Monday.
Wait, guess what?
What's up?
This is the first show you're doing
I'm
at
24.
the age of 24.
I know. I'm 24 years old. Had a phenomenal birthday. It was great. I love you too. Thank you. It was really, really awesome. And I actually ended up going on a 100-day challenge, a video challenge.
Not 100 day.
I'm sorry, not 100 days. More like a couple of days.
More like
right?
72 hours.
Yeah, I did about 100 videos in about 72 hours. It was really, really awesome, right? I'll share with you a little bit more about how that was. But, today's show, we're going to be talking about who's the leader, right? Who's the leader? This is something that we normally get a lot. When people meet us and stuff, a lot of people say, man, you guys are both awesome. You guys are both leaders. But who's the real leader? Who's the one in charge?
A lot of people ask that.
Yeah, they do ask that, right? Because they say, man, you're like this strong woman, and you're a good leader as well.
A lot of people think that it's like either equally balanced, but it's like how's that possible?
Yeah, like they don't understand how that can be possible. Like no, there has to be a leader, and there has to be a leader, right? And you know what? I guess there does have to be a leader.
Well, let me tell you. Can I tell my point of view?
Mm-hmm.
I think Paulo is 100% the leader. And here's why. I mean, a lot of people see me as, like you said, like a very dominant woman. And it's only because he allows me to express who I truly am, right? And I love that about him, because some relationships, it's like, well, I'm the leader, so shh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we play so well off of each other's strengths that it's never like that.
It's and that's the reason why it doesn't affect none of us.
Yeah.
I mean, because we play off each other's strengths.
Yeah.
So whatever I may not be good at, right? It's fine if I just let her take the lead. Like there's just certain things that there's no way, and I just can't do it. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't just take lead. I just can't take the lead on certain things because
like,
I'm just not. I don't understand it. I don't know how to articulate it. And it's her strength.
So it's basically like this. We operate in sync, but the direction of this family, of this unit, is all in his leadership. The only thing that I do is support it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a bad idea, there are times I use discernment where I go with it anyway and I'll use it as a learning experience for each other. Or if I know it's just a terrible idea, that's when I express that towards him, and he always listens. Most of the time he listens. And, but I'm like, I mean, what you see today, where we are today, a lot of people are like, man, it was like overnight. The Power Couple did. It really wasn't overnight. We went through a lot. And
we did.
We are where we are today because of his leadership. I'm totally honest with you. It's all because of his leadership, And I just want people to get that, the decision making, the principles of this household,
mm-hmm.
the laws. I guess we talked about it before, right?
Yeah, I guess.
The finances, the movement,
mm-hmm.
the power. A lot of it is under your leadership, And one time, I think it was back in March of last year.
Mm-hmm.
We were staying in New Brunswick.
Okay.
And Bishop Cooper called you.
Yeah.
And you had asked him a question. I don't remember the question, but I do remember his response.
Okay.
And his response was something like, well, if you want your wife to stop doing something, you have to first stop doing it, because most of the times your wife is copying you.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. I remember I was talking to my good friend David Bishop Cooper, and one of the things that he mentioned to me, he said, man, look, listen, have you ever been in relationships, or have you not been in relationships, but have you, heard about relationships where one spouse is not supportive, right? Like they don't support the other person, right? And he says, well, not only, what happens in relationships is that the man is like is what the woman's always like looking up to. They're always
model.
They're always gonna model, right? Regardless of what's happening. And sometimes, you have to ask yourself, why is my spouse not supportive? Why is my spouse not supporting me in this endeavor or in the venture that I'm taking on, right? And most of the times it really goes down to she's just modeling after what she's seen you do to her, or what she's seen you do. So when when your spouse is not supportive to you, you just got to ask yourself, well, where in my life or where in her life did I not support her in something that I should have done so, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, when you just do that, just in general, I mean, the reciprocation should be there, right?
Absolutely.
They should be willing and wanting to support you if you've been doing that and you've been doing a good job of it.
Yeah. You know, I think that, like, I want to articulate this well.
Okay.
When it comes to pursuing your common goal and vision, you both have to operate in each other's strengths.
Absolutely.
So, for example, I've seen couples where the woman is the face of the relationship and the man is the background. And that is powerful. And
Yeah.
I've seen relationships where the man is the face of the relationship and the woman plays the background. And those are all powerful, right?
But you ain't
Because-
never seen.
Wait.
just like,
However, right, the reason why that happens is because those are power couples regardless, whether you notice it or not. They're power couples because what they're doing is operating in each other's strengths for a common goal. So if his strength is the face and I'm the background, which that isn't, right? And if my strength is the face and he's the background, which that isn't, both of our strengths are kind of like the face, right?
That's crazy.
That's how it happened here.
dude, that's crazy.
This is how it happened here. But some relationships, it's like that. Therefore, they operate in that. But as far as the guidance and movement of the unit, of the team, of the family, it should always be the man of the household. They are the head. We are the neck, right? And without the neck, the head can't move.
Can't turn it, man.
Can't move around. It'll just be, you know what I'm saying? And so you have to understand that, right? Because some people think because you and I are both the face, that who really actually runs the relationship? Well, that's just should just be duh, the man does, right? Because that's how it should naturally be. The man is the head of the household, right? And all we can do is be that backbone, that support that holds the head up, that allows it to maneuver so they can see everything before walking into whatever it is that they're going to walk into.
I mean, you couldn't have said it any better.
Yeah.
You know, that's true. It's true. And so when it comes to who's the leader, you know, honestly, you know, she's saying that, you know, she basically saying that I'm in charge, and it is my responsibility to make sure that the direction that we're heading in is always going to be conducive and supportive to the common goal that we have here, right? But in most situations, right? I mean, those things happen, you know, here, right? It happens between us. It doesn't have, nobody gets to really see that, right?
Right.
The only thing that you get to see is the outcome of those decisions, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the face of this audience, or the face of you know, just being out in public, you know, I would say that we both definitely step into leadership based on our strengths in public, you
Absolutely.
know, because it's needed, you know, because I understand that, yes, it is my responsibility. Yes, it is my obligation to make sure that we're heading in the direction that's going to be supportive to the dream that we both have, the vision, right? That we've both agreed upon, right? It's agreement, right? And but at the same time, I also need to understand that if I am in charge, and it is my obligation and it is my responsibility to make sure we get there, then I also need to understand that there's certain things I'm not going to be able to do. And as a matter of fact, if I were to do it, I'd be endangering the direction that we're heading in. So therefore, I need to be responsible and then transfer the responsibility, or transfer the leadership in that case, over to my wife. And the same thing with her. She understands that.
Yeah.
You know, she understands that there's certain times where I'm just going to have to just give up the leadership. I'm just going to have to. I'm just not. My strengths are not there. And if I'm really in charge of where we're heading, then I also need to understand that I need to just transfer it over.
Yeah.
It's just part of it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think that you know, it's not, like I said, it's naturally going to be him. Okay, that's not to diminish that I cannot lead.
She can lead
areas of this unit,
and she does.
And it's not to diminish that there's not moments where I can impart into him.
Yeah, she can
so
impart
he
into
can
me.
get revelation,
Exactly.
or help him make a decision. That's not to say that, because remember, our role is naturally to support the neck, allowing them to see the overall picture before walking into wherever they're going to walk.
Exactly.
That's our role, right? Now, I'm going to give you an example, right? One Friday night, you know, Paolo and I, you know, we had like this meeting we had to do, and we had fallen asleep, right? Paolo needed a quick little nap. And when he fell asleep, I was like, oh my gosh, I love when he falls asleep. because
I hate falling asleep.
I know he hates it, but I sometimes I enjoy it because I just want that moment of just So I cuddled, and we fell asleep, and my mind was kind of made up. Forget the meeting tonight. Like I would rather cuddle. Just listen.
Really?
Just listen.
Oh my God.
Right. But he's the leader, right? And so he's the one who's like,
get up.
We have this meeting. We got to do it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right. Now, I never show it because as my role, it's to support him. If I try
Dude, I know you felt that way.
No, because if I can't show it. If I try and pull him down, there's no forward. There's just down. You know what I'm saying? So I put my emotions to the side.
That's interesting.
Put my emotions to the side. And I go, okay, now, but if it wasn't for him making that decision, I don't think that meeting would have gone. I don't think I would have pushed myself. I don't think I would have. I might have because I really feel that strong towards what we're doing. But in the moment, it was just in the moment. I was just like, this is the best. I want to hold it forever, right? And however, that meeting got ran by me, right? It was all run by me. He in part, he did his thing. But to the outside, it looked like I was leading that. Which honestly, it was because of him leading the unit to that moment that I was obedient to it was when I got the divine downloaded thing, but I lead it. So sometimes you guys see like moments where I'm like the one leading and looking all like cool, and he's just like, yeah, that's my wife, right? And then there's moments where he's like, and then I'm just like, boom, that's my husband. But most of the times it's his decision making that led us to that moment.
Oh, that's a perfect example.
Yeah, man.
That's really good. That's really good.
Like Paolo's such a man of like discipline, integrity, passion.
Gotta get better. I graded myself today.
Right. And I know you are getting better.
I graded myself.
I would never want you to stay where you are.
I can do better.
Yeah, you can always do better. But because he always striving to do better, it's because we continue moving forward.
I don't understand.
I believe it.
Honestly, I see relationships where they're forget about who's the leader, bro. No one's leading the damn ship. Okay, everybody's just staying there. They're looking at each other and thinking everything.
They're playing patty cake.
This is what they did, right? They jumped on a piece of log, all right, in the middle of the ocean, and now they're letting the waves take them wherever they want. Okay, there's no steering. There's no steering.
Sail.
There's no steering wheel on the damn ship.
There's no sail.
There's no sail. Okay, there's nothing where any of them can actually influence the direction of where the ship is going to, right? So in other relationships, there's no leadership, right? I mean, there is no leader, man. There's nothing, right? And the reason why is because, look, man, when you're not growing, when you don't have a direction where you want to go with your relationship, when you're not actively pursuing something that's bigger than yourself, dude, who cares about leadership? You don't need leadership in that case, right? You don't need nothing. I mean, this goes for everything. I see this in families, man. I see this just in relationships, right? And honestly, it hurts me, man. It hurts me. And then it hurts me a lot when I see that there's a kid involved, right? And it's like, come on, man. Like, that should have at least woken you up a little bit and made you realize that you have a bigger purpose. Yeah, you have such a major responsibility, such a major obligation on your life. And I think that really hurts me a lot.
Yeah, so can we talk about how do you step into that leadership role? Because I know that there are relationships out there where the woman kind of wants to dominate. I guess they've dominated in most relationships. When they get into the right one or the one that they're currently in, they either want to, or the man doesn't step up. How do we get that?
That's good. That's a good question. I think, look, listen, when I got started, when I got involved with you, when I started dating her, that's one of the things that I can really appreciate is that she gave me enough room that if I was willing to step up, she allowed me to, right?
Absolutely.
She gave me so much room.
I wanted it so bad.
Listen, she was a very dominant person. She was a dominant woman, right? When I say dominant, don't take it the wrong way. Like, she like...
Not like possessive.
Yeah, not possessive, okay? But she was just strong.
Strong.
She's a strong woman. She knows what she wants. She's a leader. You know what I'm saying? She's developed, okay? These are certain things that make somebody strong. And but the thing that I can really appreciate that really allowed me to step into my leadership was that she gave me so much room. There was so much room for me to do what I wanted to. The only thing I had to do was make a decision to step up, and that's really something I had to work on myself, because there was moments where I could have stepped up. There's moments that I did it. There was moments that I didn't. And then I was going through a phase where I just had to be consistent with stepping up, right? I had to be consistent. And then there was a phase where I had to just take myself to the next level. But one thing I really appreciate that I think that a lot of whether you're in a relationship and you're probably asking yourself, well, how come my spouse is not stepping up? You know, I don't want to be just the leader here. You have to ask yourself, are you giving your spouse enough room? Or are you kind of as he's speaking, as he's saying something in the middle of a sentence, are you just completely cutting him off because you think he's going to mess it up? Right? This used to happen a little bit with her, right? There's certain things that she would start doing. I'm like, dude, I want to do it. Like, show me how to do it.
Well, there was a lot of times where it was like this, right, guys? By the way, this is the Power Couple Show.
Every
Monday through Friday,
8:30 a.m. Eastern.
Right? We love coming here, guys.
Guys, and there's also a couple of things following you over here. There's something where you can actually message us. You can book us, right? You can ask us any questions, right? And there's also a banner that you can go ahead and click on so you can see exactly how the Power Couple works together through the internet, just really pursuing just being on purpose, right? Living our dreams and helping other people transform their lives.
Absolutely. So check this out, right? So, you know, when we first started dating, right? I mean, the relationships I had prior, I never saw the man kind of like step up, right? And I hated that because I wanted him to step up without diminishing who I already was, right? Like, I didn't want to say, let me not do anything, even because, like, that's not who I am, just so he can step up. Like, it was almost like deceiving him into thinking that he stepped into his leadership role. If I did,
you know, I appreciate that you did that, man.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it because it wasn't my stepping up was not based on an illusion, you know. Like, I really, like, it's cool because it's kind of like you made me work. It's like you set the bar and you were not willing to put it down. It's like, look, the bar is here. This is where I'm at.
Because this is how I operate.
This is how I work. So,
yeah.
Look, listen, it's either you come up to the bar or you go higher, but nothing less. It's not going to cut it.
Right. But I let him know that. And everything that he did, I mean, there was times.
This is a great topic, by the way. This is a great show right here.
Absolutely.
I mean, this one particular episode.
Yeah, there were more times that I can remember in the beginning stages where he was more afraid to step up. When it was like, hey, this has to happen. He's like, okay, and I'm like, go do it. No, I can't do it. You got to go do it. No, go do it, right? And I would push him into doing it, right? And he would, like, oh my God, he couldn't stand it. He was so uncomfortable.
We're gonna do like a documentary in our life.
I know. He was so uncomfortable in getting it done. It was just so uneasy. It was like, oh, but it's so challenging. And I gotta talk to people. I gotta do this. What if I'm sure this is what he was going through, but I knew that he needed to do it. Right?
I needed to do it.
However, he always had that desire to do stuff. There was things that he was like, I'm gonna do this. And I was like, all right. Even though it wasn't a good idea, I was like, you go for it, because I needed to see him just step up, man. And he did, man. Like, yesterday was his birthday, and I wrote something on my Facebook wall. You could check it out, all right? And I wrote something like, the growth that has happened in you from when I met you until now is just unbelievable. Like, you have surpassed everything, you know, from where you were. Like, you have to continue growing.
Absolutely.
Because if I married the same guy that I married the first day, something's wrong. He has to be transformed every year, and so do I.
Yeah.
Because if not, then we would grow apart, right? And we don't want to stay stagnant. And he's just like, literally, my prayers manifested. Like, everything that I've prayed about, how my husband's gonna be like this, do this, he's gonna operate this way. I prayed about these things, and he literally operates like that, and then some. It was like, this guy is completely transformed. I gave him the room to do that, guys.
That's important.
I know that if you are a woman who's has a strong character like me, you know, don't diminish that for your man so he can be a leader. That's wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong.
You need to operate in your true self, right?
Yes.
Always.
Set the bar.
And you need to support him in becoming the leader. You need to help him.
Dude, you should. I mean, this is something that I'm sure that a lot of women have problems with.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, because sometimes we want to, like, if we don't see the man doing anything, we're like, yo, then move. Like, I'll do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we do that. We do that. And if we have the same kind of character, and honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, a lot of people think that it is, that's wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, you need to help him understand that you're moving and he needs to come. You need to help him step into that leadership role. Now, what he needs to do is consistently grow. This guy was working harder than I was so he can be where he needed to be. It was like he was reading every single book, praying every single day, reading the Bible every single day, just taking action every single day, massive action, reading his goals. He did more than I did to step into that.
I had to. I mean, because you had such an early start on me, right? I mean, you've been doing this for me for most of your life,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't. I mean, I finally woke up when I was like around 19 years old. Been sleeping for most of my life. I just woke up, guys, man. You know,
Good morning.
I'm 24 years old. I'm 24 years old, but really, I'm like 5 years old, man. I just woke up, man. I just tasted life, and damn, it tastes good.
It tastes good.
It tastes good. This whole time This whole time I've been thinking life tastes bitter. It's not good.
It's a good thing.
And I finally woke up. Some reality. I'm not 24. I'm like 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
5 years old.
Man, now this guy keeps me accountable, man. Like it's like. It's amazing to see the transformation because he's always striving for more, which makes me want to strive for more. And he's always going like this to me. And I'm doing the same thing to him. And we're always just pushing and going and going. And sometimes I'm like, oh, hold on. And he's like, it's all right. I'm going to motivate you right now. Sometimes he's the one. And I'm like, it's okay. Don't do anything. I got it. Right.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
I love you, man.
It's crazy how we operate. It's amazing.
No, seriously, honestly, I mean, this woman right here, she's freaking awesome.
No,
man.
you're freaking
awesome.
awesome.
No, she really is. She does such a phenomenal job at edifying me. She's always believed in me.
I love you.
And she's always made me think so much bigger than anyone else has ever done. I mean, she's always seen me as who I will become instead of who I was at the time. You know, and I think that's so powerful. I think that was great because she always.
The pastor said something really cool. He said, I'm not going to talk to you for where you are. I'm going to talk to you in where you're going.
Yeah.
As the person in where you're going.
And that's exactly what my wife has been able to do for me. She's always talked to me, not for where I was, but where I was going. And because of that, I've gotten in uncomfortable situations. I've grown because of her. She's pushed me into challenges that I did not want to do, right? But she's done it. She's done such a phenomenal role on her side. And all I can say is I appreciate her. And there's moments now where I'm like, oh man, like you covered my ass on that one. I appreciate it. Like, and then there's moments where she says the same thing to me. And together we are the power couple, man. Yeah. This is the reason why we're the power couple, man. It's because we bounce off each other's strengths. We bounce off each other's gifts.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Man. It's just all because
I hair look like that.
Because I didn't get to do it yet.
Why not?
I have to go to the studio in a few days. We have to go to the studio.
Someone do like do anything.
Because I have to do my hair and I didn't have time to do it to get on the show. So check this out, guys, right? All right. It's because that we have allowed God to guide this relationship that he stays obedient to allowing God to guide the relationship. That we are able to be this much stronger, right? Play off of each other's strengths and move forward.
That's crazy.
I mean, I say that he leads it, and that's the common natural role, but it's also because of his obedience to God that allows him to lead it correctly.
Mm.
And that is so much more important than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Because without God, the train, the unit, the team will be led into the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Because I mean, even myself, I need more leadership, So like, who do I go to? I mean, obviously I can go to you.
And as the support, sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
The support can be hard. The support can be a burden. It can be heavy.
Yeah.
And who do I go to? Well, then I go to God to help me, to make my burden light.
Yeah, man.
Because this is how it is, man. This is how it is.
This is how it is, man.
This is how we roll.
Thank you for coming to the
Power Couple Show,
man. We appreciate you. We're here Monday through Friday. Okay,
8:30 a.m. Eastern.
If you got any value out of the show, man,
let us know.
Let us know. Okay?
You know one person who's really good at letting us know? Paulina, she is the bomb, man.
Yeah,
Paulina,
I appreciate
thank you for
man.
watching these shows.
Thank you for watching these shows.
You're
thank
awesome.
You for sharing these shows.
Thank you for sharing them. Thank you for just giving us
letting other people know about it.
Yeah, like you are awesome. I can't wait to see you, girl. You know, Paulina is awesome. You should go follow her. Leave my hair alone. I'm gonna go do it right after this.
Looks weird. Just fine. I love you.
You know what? I'm gonna mess up your hair now. Okay, so anyway, what was I saying? Oh, you can follow Paulina, right? Paulina on Facebook, Polina. I don't know any other Paulina who spells it that way. But follow her on Facebook. Her last name is really hard for me to spell, but it's with a K-L-Y. K-L-U-Y.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But if you see that, go follow her, man. She is awesome. She also does some crazy value videos on her Facebook like every day. And she is just the bomb, you know. So go follow her. We appreciate you, Paulina, guys. We appreciate all of our audience. Let us know what you're enjoying.
Exactly.
You know, we love to hear from you guys. We're here Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud. We are getting on Stitcher. You can follow us all there. Podomatic. It's there.
It's there.
Be square.
Be square.
You already know.
Guys, thank you for coming. We love you. We appreciate you. And together we are
the Power Couple.